told him you got a home, but you're homeless.
Yeah.
You ready for tomorrow? You got propane and everything for tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, I was getting everything set up. Were you saying you're
His grandpa's and his dad's and his grandpa's discharge papers from the Spanish-American War, and what was the other one?
My dad's from World War I.
World War One.
okay?
And they were from right here, TV?
That's on the porch. And we have over 100 years.
Over 100 years old.
Yeah.
And did both of them live right here in this property?
We like,
Did both of them live on this property?
well, they lived in Roan Mountain. My grandpa lived up on what they call Hurricane Mountain.
Ripshin Mountain.
Yeah. Yeah. They just across the Hurricane. We just across that mountain.
And so I guess in your family you have a pretty rich history of military service of people serving this country.
Well, just my dad and my grandpa. My grandpa on my mother's side. Him on it. He was a well-educated man for his time, and he wrote letters for people when they was trying to get their pension started, Social Security and stuff. They come get him without letters for him. They call him a scribe.
Scribe?
Scribe.
Scribe.
He did that, come and say, Uncle Tim, why don't you scribe me a letter or so and so. And he would write the letter and put it in the Bible and leave it overnight before he mailed it. He could, children used to have what they call the thrush. If their mouth would get sore, he could cure it by doing something. And he could do that. If somebody got burnt real bad, he could blow the fire and make it for this. Somebody got cut and was bleeding bad, he'd stop the bleeding. And he used verses out of the Bible. Stuff like that. And my dad, and then all these was good Christian people. They never tell you a lie about anything like that. The older your death, they'd pay it. My grandpa was a deputy sheriff from 1927 to 1934. This country right here.
So he was a sheriff here?
The deputy sheriff.
Deputy sheriff.
Yeah. Rode a horse.
I have a great grandfather who was the sheriff down in Caldwell County
Yeah.
for a little bit.
Yeah. And it had been grandpa's half brother. He was a deputy too. He'd ride his horse for the across Ripshin Mountain out across the trail. There'd be a bunch of people gathered beside the road, some was talking or something. He'd his horse would get up on its back feet and walk. And he'd force doing 2 or 3 times, showing off. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What was it like back in those days? What was it like doing law enforcement? What were some of the things that people would deal with back in those days?
There's moonshiners. People make a biscuit. They would, revenuers sometimes would go in, cut the steel up, and they'd be seen again. Over in what they call where my people come from, a place called Pigeon Use. And the revenues is going there, never be seen again, back in the mountains. So one time there's an old man that's sitting in the store around this revenue man come to work with me and said, have you seen two men in suits on, neckties around here in the last month or so? He said, I think he's hanging around up here in that hall. So that's the way it was back then. And Grandpa would put up people's steel. So one man was rolling down the railroad track. Grandpa shot his shoe heel off and took it to him the next day. Showed it to him. Said, we lost something last night. But he didn't arrest him. He didn't have no real proof of it. Him, you know, it's that shoe heel. He wouldn't take that to courts. No. Now back before I was ever in the law business myself, personally, I lived down Roan Mountain behind the shell station down there in a trailer, a mobile one. And people get out there every night and spin around and around. And sometimes gravel would hit my house. He'd kick me away. One night, me and my son was there. We got to doing that. I got my gun belt down, strapped it on, and I got my old Winchester down. I said to my son, I said, if I don't come back in, call your grandpa in to come get you. And I went walking towards him. I turned parking lot and boom, boom, boom. They were those this way. There wasn't nobody left in the parking lot. And this fellow that I know now, and I see him every day to pull back in. He didn't know what was going on. Pull back in. He was in on it though. He's gone up the road at the time. He pulled back in and said, "What's going on here?" I said, "I'll tell you what's going on." I said, "All this you spending around here." I said, "I'm gonna get my sleep the rest of the night, and I don't care what I have to do to get it." You can hear the pin drop around after 2 or 3 weeks. Next morning, the sheriff come up there, my place, the house sheriff. I'm up pecking on the door. And I went to the door and he said, "Who was there doing all that shooting up there last night?" And I said, "It was me." I said, "Your dad just sit over one of us and screwing around and cut up like that and not do nothing about it. I reckon you throwed him." He never said another word. He just turned around. That evening, as soon as this man had come with some papers, and I said, "They'll come after him." It was the chief deputy. He said, "The sheriff wants you and your deputy up there." Said, "Them boys listen to you." I said, "No, they don't listen to me. Listen to any Winchester from there." He said, "The sheriff said, he'd back you whatever you done, but try not to kill nobody." But after that, we didn't have much trouble that day. But I moved away and moved up here. Now, when I went to work on Beach Mountain, looked up there. I worked up there 3 or 4 different times. I'd quit and then I'd go back, do something. I still got a security guard. Done that for about a year or so. And the man that was running the maintenance shop, he died. He got cancer and died. They turned the maintenance shop over to me then, because I was a mechanic. They found out I was a mechanic. I could do welding and all that stuff. So I was shop foreman after a year or 2. I was going to Quincy Railroad. Whatever spring of the year, worked for a month until getting the train ready to run, do the welding and whatever maintenance work needed done on it. Get it ready to run for the season. And that's been a long time ago.
About when was that you did that?
I guess that was in the 70s. There's a lot of stuff I can't remember. But, if somebody reminded me of me, I would like to tell them all about it. And my dad told me about, I guess it was back in the 20s or so, when he was a sort of young man. Him and a friend of his had started over to what's it called, Beaver Dane in Mitchell County to get him some whiskey. They was put up near the huge gap. And then that two big old rough fellows coming down through there. Pat said, big old fellows, rough looking. He said, where you boys going? Pat said, we're going over to Beaver Dane to get us some whiskey. One of them men said, we're going to have to whoop us. For in shorts on. That's the way it was back then. People didn't have nothing to do, and they'd fight and do something just to excite men. So Pat said, we don't want no trouble. And his cousin was carrying a little muzzle-loading shotgun, had that big hammers on it. And he said, I hear one of them hammers click in that shotgun. Said he pulled off the round right between them fellas' feet. He said, when the smoke cleared away, said, I hear the other hammer click. Said, his cousin said, now boys, the next shot's going to be a little higher. He said, them fellas went down that mountain, run like horses. But people was like that back then. He could show you where a man being killed every 100 yards. And it's also what's called a huge gap. Down the Beaver Dane. You can go to the top of Roan Mountain. He could tell you everything. He could tell you the names and everything. Back then, the people wasn't civilized. And whiskey. Whiskey was bad back then. You could get drunk and do crazy things. I used to drink a little, but I didn't do too crazy. I know what I was doing, even though I felt good enough. Maybe I would fight a little quick like this, but I realized that as you get drunk, you better not try to fight too much because you'll get whooped. You're drunk. But a lot of people didn't realize that. Yeah. When did you meet Mr. Franklin Binder?
When I met him a few years ago. I think right after the pandemic.
Yeah. Yes.
After COVID,
Yeah. Well, he was telling me that he used to be a constable around here, which I wasn't really familiar with that. So I've lived in North Carolina most of my life, and I don't think they have that over there on the other side of the border.
Well, we might have had it back years ago.
Yeah. Could you explain to me like a little bit about what that is?
Well, it's you run for office just like the sheriff did, and you get elected. You just swear in, and you put you under a bond, $50,000 bond, in case you kill somebody or something. And you're allowed to do arrest anybody or serve warrants. Peace officer, what they call it. If you do anything, need to be done to keep the peace. And the sheriff and the foreigners out of town, they could act as corners. I've done that one time. And we took samples from a dead man and everything. I didn't like that much. I'm glad that wasn't my job. But they wanted me to run to do it anyway. I went to the shooting range with an instructor. And it's the same one, the FBI and everybody. And I had never shot left-handed. I had to shoot left-handed, and I got 2 bullets out of the bullseye. But I still made the grade. I made 96. And the instructor said he could give me 100 because I was at a disadvantage. I was supposed to have something to lay my gun up against when I shot left-handed, but it went down. But I don't know if he gave me that or not. I don't give that.
How long were you constable?
6 years.
6 years. And they had election every how often?
Well, it started out every 2 years. And I was elected the first time 2 years, and the next time they moved it up to was elected for 4 years.
Yeah.
Then I run for sheriff after that.
Yeah.
When I got that.
Who was the sheriff when you were constable?
Bill Truman.
Tell us about him.
Well, I liked him and everything. He didn't so much about the country, but he did allow me to ride the beverages and sell papers and stuff. But he didn't do much. He had the farm and had about 50 head of cattle. He was on his farm that old time. That's what got him beat, I guess. And he went the last time he went.
Yeah.
But he was good to me. He told me one time, he said, "Give him the grandeur in Porter County that would convict you of anything." Told me. Sheriff told me that.
How many constables are in Carter County?
Two.
Two.
I don't know them who the other one is. Most of them don't do anything. They just get elected and just don't do anything.
You gotta fight crime. That's what they need to do, fight some of this crime. Figure out who's robbing folks and who's stealing all this stuff and who's selling all this dope and who's doing all that stuff.
Well, I do all that when I was constable. I worked with the judges and investigators.
Yeah. Thank you, TV, for that.
We got quite a bit of.
Now tell me what's going on with your house now.
Well, I've got mold in it. Can't stay in there. It must be sick. I got depressed real bad and got some anxiety. Had to go to the hospital 4 times before they found out what was wrong with me. But they finally got me on some medicine now that brought me back to what's normal for me. I never was normal, but it's not normal for me. Yeah.
What happened to your house? Got mold in it from the hurricane?
Yeah.
Yeah. That creek back there run up under your house, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a video of that.
I'll give it to you. He's got a video of it. And now you can't live in there.
No.
And where was you staying when I met you?
I sleep in the vehicle.
No what?
Sleeping in the vehicle.
Okay.
No.
Well, it looks like you got a camper now.
Yeah, I bought that sleeping.
You used the FEMA money and bought him a camper.
Well,
and tried to fix his house.
A little of it.
Yeah, a little of it. But tried to spray up and get rid of the mold and everything. And he's done quite a bit just to try to work through it.
Yeah.
Have you had anyone come out to try to check out the mold and try to
they
deal
came
with
out about maybe 3 months ago and talked to me about it. Said it's going to do something about it. They haven't got around to do it yet.
who was that?
It's Tennessee longformcontent. what's the name of that? Long-term
recovery.
recovery.
It's been a long time since the storm. It's been over more than over a year now, almost about a year and a half. Yeah.
He got real sick for a while.
Yeah, I'm so sick, I played the game. So sick.
That's the truth.
But that, while I was in the hospital, one night my blood pressure went up to 208. And they was done all kinds of stuff trying to get back down. And they gave me an injection of something that brought me back. Brought it down and brought me back to where I ought to be. And now I'm taking the pill. Whatever that was they gave me, they had it in the pill form too, and I'm taking it now. And I'm okay. I'm back to work.
So what would you like for your house to get the mold out under your house?
If it can be got out, yeah.
Or a new place maybe?
Well,
Or a nice used one? a new, what do they call those? Prefab houses? What do they call them?
Like a manufactured home?
No, it's a prefab, modular.
Yeah.
Like a modular home, yeah. That'd be nice, right? Too.
yeah, I just like to get back in my house if I could.
That's right. When's the last time you seen a flood like that?
About something over a year ago.
Well, I know that one, but I mean,
98.
before that was 98. And what about before that?
I knew they seemed that they weren't really that bad before that.
Okay.
They had them back in the 1800s was real bad.
I heard about one in 1939 today.
Yeah, there's one.
1938 or 39.
Oh, I thought you said 37 at first, but it might be 8 or 9.
Well, it was first in 1940, so it was worse than the railroad back.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what they were talking about. That's right, Sam.
Yeah.
Or TV. That's Sam said that. He said that it washed the railroad out. Now, that storm was so bad that the creek went up over the banks and come up under the house and ran all the way up under the house and down and out. And what have you done to fix it already?
Well, to start with, I put a big fan in the dark. Let it run for about 2 weeks and dried up. And I put up gutters, keep water out, put in vents, and then we run the panel. And we had the house rocked down inside, had the carpet cut up, and had the house sprayed inside with that stuff was supposed to kill mold.
Yeah.
Had it sprayed all over inside, under the house as much as we could.
Yeah.
The mold was still alive.
Okay.
Yeah. I can show you a sample of that mold.
You do have that, don't you? Let me get out of your. Does it light up good?
Yeah. It's rolling as a different dry.
Yeah.
Well, I've always been my own electrical work. Plumbing. Plumbing this house. After we got it, that's been 10, 15 years ago. You know. I wouldn't want to crawl up in that floor now.
No. Not at 88 years old.
Well, I could, but I just don't want to.
Okay.
Well, it's kind of wild because you can go up under there and you can see where all that water came through. Left behind a bunch of debris and different things.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of stuff back under the porch and back over on that side road. You can see back when that washed up to give me understanding.
You about ready to get it fixed and move back in your house?
Well, I've been ready.
What do you think it's going to take?
I don't know.
You ask for help and you expect folks to help, and you'll see what happens. But I think you deserve a place to rest your head, TV.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you're going through it.
I'll make it.
What do you do when it gets real cold?
I'll leave it.
What do you do when the heat shuts off?
On the electric heater.
Yeah. And when it don't work,
I really don't know. Go to somebody's house or something. I've got neighbors. I think.
you did that, didn't you, one time? Stayed at Pop's place? Still wait. Well, what's good about Roan Mountain? Tell us what's good about Roan Mountain TV.
Well, the people mainly, I think. There's some good people in there. There's a very few bad people. Very few.
Does everybody know everybody?
Pretty much. There's been a lot of people moved in here from Florida, different places, but we blend in just like we do. We have no problem knowing.
Are you a wanted man, TV?
Well, I wish I was.
I think I saw your picture hanging on the wall somewhere.
Yeah. I think what I wanted to say, I wanted to say, so-and-so girl was looking for me. That's what I wanted that.
What's the worst thing about Roan Mountain TV?
There ain't no jobs here. They have to leave to make their money. Most of them do. But right now, there's a lot of carpentry work and stuff like that going on. And about anybody that wants to work, get a job, doing something. And it's been that way for a few years now.
What's different about the music here?
Well, most of the people here play old-time mountain music. Majority of them do. The ones that I played with 3 or 4 different bands when I started my band that played old-time music and mountain music. But some play bluegrass, some of them really good.
And where did you grow up? A couple different houses?
Place near the middle farm, probably. In Paul Farm.
In the Roan Mountain State Park there?
Yeah.
That wasn't a park when you was growing up?
No.
You were here before the park?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I used to ride my motorcycle up and down here in the office and up and down here straight around. But it's a good thing. It's a lot of work for people, you know. I like it. Good rest been on walk and that too.
What's your favorite thing about the mountain people?
Well, they're all friendly and they'll talk to you about and they'll help you if you need help. If there's anything they can do. You know. And you don't want to push them too far, then fools and well, for them or their friends, because they will do something bad. And I just happen to be one of them people. Nobody messes with my friends, be mean to them and mistreat them anyhow. I won't put up with it. I'm an old man, but I can still do something if I need to.
You guys are pretty tough.
Used to be.
Still got some sense left.
A little.
A little bit.
Yeah.
What's wrong with the world today, T.U.?
I ain't gonna say.
Say it.
I could get arrested.
You wouldn't get arrested.
Yeah, I could.
What's wrong with the people today?
Well, we just trying to survive, I reckon.
What's right? What's right with the people today?
All of them ain't right. What I mean.
Where'd you go to school, T.U.?
Burbank.
Where?
Burbank, right here.
Burbank.
Burbank Elementary. I graduated from the 3rd grade.
Very good.
Yeah. I learned to read and write after I was about 40 years old.
Okay. How'd you teach yourself to read and write?
Well, my son helped me a lot. He got me a computer and set it up and showed me how to use it a little. And I could have a printer and I could print letters. And he was live for us. I'd write letters on him. I figured I'd write letters for him. And I went into trouble spelling, and I still have trouble spelling, but I can
Make it out.
Yeah.
So what did you do after you left school?
Well, I worked for people around with it and on the farm. I cut locust post and sold it. Cut wood, firewood and sold it. And just like that, gathered roots and herbs and this kind of thing.
Who's the most interesting person from these here mountains that you know? Do you remember somebody that you just thought was very interesting?
Well, yeah. This one that lives at the Miller Farm, and he was a good friend of mine. We hunted and fished together for years and years. Made whiskey, made moonshine together. And what's amazing about him, he could be going through the woods. I could go through the woods squirrel hunting or something. Kill maybe one squirrel, and he'd come behind me and kill 4 or 5. And I noticed him. He'd be walking along, he wouldn't stop until he got somewhere behind a bush or something. He'd walk up behind the bush or something, of course, didn't stop. He could see everywhere, nothing could see him. Seemed like an Indian.
Who was the worst person in these parts?
I wasn't going to say that.
Didn't you say there was some man, he killed 7 men?
Yeah, that was over Michigan. Well, that's where my people come from. Okay? You see, this man had a place called the Blind Tiger, where he sold moonshine. And he'd go in there, and he'd be drawers, so he'd pull one up, put some money, push it back in, he'd come back out with the whiskey. We didn't know who he bought it from. We called it the Blind Tiger. And he was, I guess, the meanest man in that place over there. He was killing us. He got off trouble. He did. Killed 7 or 8 men before somebody shot him off his horse. He killed one the Texas Ranger or Marshal or something from after he killed him. Never did go to jail. He said that man, that Marshal, tried to kill him. He said Weston had tried to kill him. And what was told him, he seen that Marshal coming up the trail way down below his house. He laid down in the yard, had a buffalo rifle. He shot with his hands. The bullet dropped, so it was so far down that the bullet dropped and hit him in the knee. It said that blood flowed to kill. And somebody finally shot him, killed him. And he would, he said he'd go in the store, be sitting over his rifle, laying across his lap, and he'd get turned down, shoot somebody and kill him, just for no reason whatsoever. And he said his gun, discharged accidentally. So, I've been around, he's been last long. I've been watching the first time that rifle barrel from in towards me, I'd be in. I don't know how he got by with it. Goodness sake. You know, people are afraid of somebody who won't do nothing.
You afraid, Steve?
Well, I'd be afraid to be mean. Yeah. No, you know, when I was comfortable, I was more concerned about afraid I was going to have to kill somebody else, and I wasn't getting killed myself. I didn't want to kill anybody. I would if I had to, you know. It'd been me around, and whoever that's with, you know, I'd have to. But it didn't happen. I'm glad of it.
Well, you was putting your life on the line every day, weren't you?
Well, yeah.
Sorry.
Did you ever find yourself in a situation where you thought you might have to do that, either where you felt like you were in danger or you felt like you had? What was that like?
Yeah. One time we got a phone call that was supposed to be here's some shots fired in the house. We got there and the door was locked. And I seen the basement door window open. I fell through that window, went upstairs. There's one of the deputies followed me. Go up top of the stairs and this man is sitting there, a big 38. And I just pulled the hammer back in my gun. I said, lay the gun down. And he finally set the ball down against the corner and had his hand on top of it right there. And that bed was behind the rest around him and hit it and knocked it over the corner. And we took him in, locked him up for a while. He was wanting to die. He was wanting to kill him. Wanting to kill himself, you know, something. And then the next time I seen him after that, he had a big table full of jewelry selling. The store building. And But all of a sudden, it looked like he's making money and had a good looking girl already. He just like he shook my hand. And it was all over his, what was that trying to give himself over because his wife had left him. And that's when you start with, I said, you'll find somebody better than him. And he did. He's so good.
How much was a Coca-Cola when you were a kid?
5 cents.
5 cents. Where would you get them from?
Dave Hall's store right down here. Little Jack's store. Dave Hall had his own white building in it.
What was his name?
Dave Hall. Yeah. How do you know?
Did he give y'all credit at the store?
I never got credit. I never asked him back then. He would have, he'd give us something because that was. But he's little friend us. And I'd be working for somebody, putting this pay or something. I'd go to eat dinner and get me a piece of cheese. And that food. He gave me a cracker food. And then moon pie and a bottle of RC Cola. The RC Cola. And that was a good deal. It was about 25 cents for the whole thing. Yeah. You get a pack of cigarettes for 20 cents. And every now and then Dave would come over and he'd say, he's bringing me some shotgun shells. We'll kill me a squirrel or two. And I'd kill him 2 or 3 and clean them real good and put them in the jar, You can put them this wife at Christmas for him. He loved it. He played the piano. His wife played the old time bands. And I never did get to hear him. Well, I was told about it.
What was your first car?
Right.
First car?
35 cents.
How much was gas?
20 cents a gallon. Yeah, about 50 cents worth of ride around here. Yeah. I remember my dad put a dollar short in he had an A-Model Ford. He put a dollar short in it and ride to work all the week.
Who was the prettiest girl in Roan Mountain when you was growing up?
Billy Troutman. One Patsy. There was 3 of them. And he was all this is beautiful, anything you didn't see.
Who were they?
We lived down right above that store on this same road here. Just up this road, just a little ways. Yeah. I went to school. What
was their names?
Troutman. Like
Troutman.
Yeah, and Dorothy was, we had that school together.
Yeah.
And she was my sweetheart. So I climbed in
Where'd you go to church growing up?
Well, never went much up on Rich, We lived up out there. I went to church a little bit.
Isn't that where your grandpa lived, on Ripshaw? Yeah. But your dad lived over here sometimes and sometimes
near the middle farm.
Yeah.
Yeah. We went to stay with Grandpa. Watch Grandma died for about, I don't know, a year or 2. It was on Ripshaw.
Yeah. Who made the best liquor?
My brother-in-law, East Town. He killed a man one time. He was hit in severe one. And he tried to kill my sister. Stabbed her 17 times and shit. She survived. Yeah. And I had a motorcycle then. Another double-barrel shotgun. Had a thing to carry and stick it in the what was it? It's going to kill him. I'm glad I didn't think. I went to prison, yeah.
Yeah. He made the best liquor.
He did.
Yeah.
The best that I ever know,
Yeah.
Everybody. And he come and spell his name, write his name.
How much was it to go to the movie?
35 cents.
35 cents
Yeah.
to go watch a movie?
Yeah.
Where would you go? Where would
Roan Mountain.
Roan Mountain Theater?
Yeah.
Where was that at?
It was in the old part of town, like when you come across the bridge from the bank.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. A lot of times I'd get up overhead there with the man that runs the executives. I'd go up and sit him. That's the movie.
Who was that?
Luke Freeman.
He run the theater.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do people still make moonshine around here?
Lots of them, but most of them is basically for themselves, you know, we don't sell it. There's a few of them I just sell, but I don't really know about that. No.
Now, when you were a constable, were you going around busting people for making shine, or was that not something that's part of the job description?
Well, I didn't know anybody made it.
Yeah. Did people do any bootlegging around here during that time period?
Yeah, and back before that, mainly, back in the 60s, in most of the 60s and 70s, there's a lot of, that's the only way to make it money. Is to make this money. Because the only work there was back then, back in the early days, like in the 50s and before that, was sawmill work. And there used to be a certain amount of people, you know. My dad was off and that's what we did. Near the middle of town, plus here the shell creek, worked all day and walked back to the east. So it's sawmill all day and walked back to the east. $1 a day.
That's a trick.
$1 a day.
How much?
$1 a day.
$1 a day. Golly.
We were glad to get that. But back then, you could buy all these jars and stores for $1.
How many kids in your family?
There were 6 of us. They're all gone, but me and my brother. And half had 12 brothers and sisters. And back then, when people had a hard time. Back in the 1800s.
Did you have bathroom growing up? Or outhouse? Did you have a washer and dryer?
Yeah, mother. And she scrubbed them in the school book. Grandma, she had a washing machine, had a gas motor. Had a big old iron kettle that she heat water in the office. Hold about 20 gallons of it.
How often would you take a bath growing up?
We try to take one on Saturday night.
On Saturday?
And comes out to me about this stuff. Some people take one once a year from the old wind.
What's the hardest work you ever did?
Well, being inside the building somewhere, the work may not have been so hard, but just being confined, being pretty weather outside, that's what's so bad about it.
You were an outdoorsman.
Yeah. Yeah.
You walked across this mountain before?
That's always nothing to me. Several times. when I was a teenager, at 15, I guess, I don't told you about that. I walked over to Rich and his grandpa and them. He got dark on me coming back. That's way back in the see. They wanted the house for, say it, 3 or 4 miles. And it was just pitch dark. Walking around. You could hear things walking around in the woods and stuff. And, but I wasn't really, I'm scared that bad. And I was familiar with the trail and everything, but I could tell it was out of the trail, you know, but hearing stuff. I had to go up the branch for the way. But then one time I was walking up the highway down there, this side of the Deep Bridge, and hit Peach Walk, didn't see a thing. And I heard something coming down through the woods walking big. Walked out on the pavement and it was just all getting on. Looked in front of me and 2 foot in it, stopped. Didn't see it. Just Peach Walk. And I'm pretty certain it's about.
Huh. Did you have TV growing up too?
No.
You didn't?
Ben asked, but where does the name TV come from?
My name's Timothy Gold. And it's me.
When did you get your first TV? Or who had the first TV that you remember?
The store down across from us, we go home and watch it sometimes.
People would go to the store and watch TV.
Yeah. And the first radio, Grandpa had the first radio.
Grandpa had the first radio up here?
People walked from here over Rich and listen to the Grand Ole Rock. Stuff like this. Here it is on Saturday night. Yeah.
Who had power first? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember that.
You remember when power come in?
Well,
did y'all have power when you were little?
No.
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 How'd you light the place up?
Lamps. All lamps.
Whole lamps?
Yeah. All lamps. No. My dad said when he was growing up, they didn't have no lamps. They used pine knots. Get big slingers out of pine knots, using for candles. Stick them inside the fireplace and turn it out. And that was the light. They didn't have some people didn't have no lamp. They'd make coffee out of the pan sometimes. He said they couldn't afford to buy coffee. They would parch corn, burn it, parch it, you know, good, grind it up and make coffee with it.
Parched corn.
Yeah. People think they have a hard time today. And some of the other soldiers, job at ship, like $12 a month, something like that. I remember when Grandpa job, I believe it was $90 when I was just very young. Down there, it lived good in that. Because they had a garden and stuff there. And there'd be 20 or 30 people come home from church and eat dinner. You see, they'd have plenty to eat. Grandma's the best cook like that. You'd raise hogs, have a cow, big garden, and everything like that.
You didn't go to Food City? You didn't go to Walmart back then?
No. There's some place I had never been. My girlfriend took me someplace, one store I had never been in, just a few years ago. The mall. I had never been, I was 75, I guess, when she got me the first time. And that missed me.
What else, Luke?
I'm trying to think. What I could do, since I have some battery left on this thing, I could we'll get a couple shots of your house, and I might make a little video and try to send that along to some kind of nonprofit or agency around here. You know, that might pick someone into gear to get out here to help you with your house.
It's possible, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't want to say nothing about nobody doing, bad or nothing. You don't know nobody down there, organization or anything like that.
Yeah.
Be careful about that.
Yeah. Whatever might help you. I mean, you have a really a great home here. It's a shame that you can't stay in it.
You can't leave. You can't live in it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know really what could be done. I mean, the killers, take care of it.
Have you reached out to Samaritan's Purse?
They might, sometimes they'll take all the insulation out completely out. We'd have to start right down to there's a frame in there, and then there's somebody done that the other day, had that done, took everything right down to the frame and took all the insulation out and replaced it and put back in the sink, but it still had mold. And it's hard to get rid of.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't know how it is. Mm-hmm. Now there was I called one that quick talked to him about the mold, and he said, I can send somebody out there and check to see if you've got mold for $1,000.
They're trying to charge you?
$1,000 just to check to see if I had mold.
There's got to be someone out there that can come down here and get this resolved for you.
Well, this one outfit said it was going to.
And which one was that?
This one outfit, they said it was going to. Help me with it, come up there and told me it was going to, but so far they're not.
What organization was that?
It was Tennessee Long thing. Because
Okay. Tennessee Long Term.
y'all don't know.
Oh, shit. I broke it worse, Steve. I'm sorry. Somebody's calling you. Hold on.